Hi everyone. Today I'd like to talk about concealed carry weapons. Now I don't want this to turn into a political argument. I just want to present facts on what it's like to carry one of these and how it feels to have one on a motorcycle. I'll start by talking about the gun, which I've made sure is empty before I started filming this. As you can see. This is a Ruger LCP. It's pretty small, really. But it shoots a .380 caliber bullet, which is this. I use self-defense hollow points. Not that I've ever had to use one, it's just that's what I put in it. It holds 6 in the magazine and 1 in the gun. And I have the Crimson Trace laser attached to it, which you push this button right here as you grip it, and it turns the laser on. Now, it's obviously not a big gun because I can't get my pinky finger around it, but it's secure enough in your hand that you don't really need it. As you can see, it's very thin. I mean, my thumb is actually wider than the gun. And it doesn't have much for top sights. That's why I went ahead and got the laser. Also, a red dot's really easy to pick out. You don't have to spend as much time lining up a shot. There's no safeties on the gun. It's just a heavy trigger pull. And as you can see in the back, the hammer is snagless. It doesn't come past the end of the gun here. That way you can shoot it from a holster. I mean, it's a nice gun, built in Arizona. I haven't had any issues with it. I've probably put 1,000 rounds through it since I've owned it, and a lot of miles. Next, I've got a Crossbreed Holster. I'll put their website in the description. It's thermal molded plastic, which fits the gun just perfect, and it is specific to the LCP with the Crimson Trace laser. You can order this type of holster for a lot of different guns. You'll just have to check out their website. It does fit pretty snug, but not so snug it's difficult to remove, which I'll show you in a minute. As you can hear, it kind of clicks in. It's got a nice leather on the back, very soft. It doesn't irritate me at all. And then it's got different places to mount the clips that go around your belt and adjust the depth of it into your pants. You can tuck a shirt in behind these, and these are the over-the-belt style clips because I never tuck my shirt in, or rarely tuck my shirt in. But you can get clips that go behind your belt and just have a little tab that comes up around them. I have them somewhere, I just don't use them. Really, when riding a motorcycle, this is the best solution I've come up with. I've tried pocket holsters, but they jostle around a lot, and the gun's rarely in the position you put it in your pocket, with the ones I've used anyway. So I went ahead and got this type of holster, and I'll put that on and show you what it looks like. Okay, I have the holster on. If you know much about guns, you know it's on my right side. It's pretty hard to see with baggy clothing like I usually wear. But there it is. Fits in there really nice. And the thing is, with some guns you might need a size bigger pants or a little bit bigger belt. And I need a little bit bigger belt when I wear this compared to what I normally wear. But there it is. And the biggest thing with concealed carry is how quickly can you draw it. Now, just street clothes, relatively quick. But when I throw in a motorcycle jacket, it slows me down a little bit, which I'll show you now. One of the benefits of having the motorcycle jacket on is it hides the shape of the gun a little bit. That's one of the biggest concerns with concealed carry, which I do have a permit for, by the way. I didn't know if I mentioned that before or not. But seeing the outline of a gun is a bad thing. So with a motorcycle jacket, you can't see it at all. And even with my baggy shirt, you couldn't tell it was there, really. So again, with the motorcycle jacket, the sleeves might limit your motion. The stiffness of the material might limit your motion. And I am a little bit slower getting it out with the jacket on because I've got that second layer of clothing on. Or if I'm wearing a thermal shirt, also that's 3 layers of clothing I have to go to get to the gun. Now, actually sitting down on a motorcycle and wearing one of these, It depends on what kind of bike you have, how you wear your pants, what kind of holster you have, what kind of gun you have to find your comfort zone. That's a lot of variables, so you just have to experiment with different holsters to find what's comfortable for you. This holster for me, I've been able to ride my concourse and my dirt bike and my Seika, my sport bike, relatively comfortable for many miles. Now with the dirt bike, I have fallen off of it and landed on this gun, and it did bruise my hip. With the concourse and the Seika, I don't really even notice it's there after a while. I mean, I change where my feet are located on my cruise pegs and different things, and how I wear it, it's comfortable. Sometimes I will slide it a little bit more forward, rotate it around my belt a little bit forward if it's starting to irritate me, but generally this Crossbreed holster is very comfortable. So if you have questions about concealed carry, the best thing to do is ask your local sheriff. If you have questions about riding a motorcycle with a concealed carry weapon, just the ergonomics of it, that sort of thing, I can help you. I really don't want to get involved in a political discussion or a law discussion. That's something to ask your local authorities about. I'm not an expert on that. I know what I need to know for where I ride. But if you have any questions about my Ruger LCP, my Crossbreed holster, or motorcycle-related concealed carry questions, please let me know. Thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe.